we're starting with the Github portfolio. So very easy. First thing is that just make sure your project is on ground. Like let me just use one particular project. Let me share my screen so we can start. Okay. Can you let me know when you see my screen? Can you let me know when you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Sorry, everybody. And now, can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen now? Okay. I think it's clear now. When can you see my screen? Okay. So let's start. So let's say we have firstly, like I told you, you should have a portfolio like this. Let me use example. We have portfolio. So you should have portfolios like this, whereby your folder one will have a portfolio, which means portfolio for Abraham, like Abraham project, we have it inside the folder. So that is if I open, let me just use something simple. Let's use Victoria's project, for example. So project one, you can see project one. So firstly, you will have all these things, which means this is a screenshot of your dashboard. You can see this is SQL, just have like 2 to 3 screenshots. You can see the screenshots of the what's it called? The SQL queries used. This is it. So you have those screenshots inside that folder. You have your image, your dashboard inside that folder. Then also to get all these image, because all these image is necessary. Don't forget, storytelling is very, very important as an analyst. So you can see this image. How do I get this image? Firstly, you need to understand. I believe you should know you should have your report. So you can see this is my report to make it easier. So in your portfolio now, you must have the screenshots of, let's say you are using SQL, the screenshots of your dashboard. Okay, then I think you have your updated files. This is the Power BI files, and this is also now the first thing you have to do is that after having those things, make sure you rename every of those what's it called of the titles. I mean these titles here. Can you see? Make sure you rename them by using this. The thing you should use in separating, there shouldn't be any gap there. So what do you use in separating the spaces? You use underscore slash. So you rename. Can you see? So which means daily underscore revenue underscore results. So which means there's no space. You can see everything. There's no space there. Same thing with your Power BI files that you want to use. Your clean data, all your data sets, everything must be clean. I mean your Excel files, your Power BI files. This is the SQL files. You can see there's one between this and this. This one has so excuse me. What do you use in replacing your space is underscore. So after doing all those things, now I was trying to explain how do you get all these images. Where to get all these images is very easy. Just come to your Chrome and just search for Pinterest. You can have that in your what's it called? You can have that in on your normal. I mean, Android phone or probably your Mac, anything, just Pinterest.com or anything. The reason is that Pinterest, you can find anything you want, any images, be it dashboard, anything, you find it on your Pinterest. Be it dashboard sample, you find everything there. So you come to your search. What am I looking for? This particular project, that's why you need to understand the project. This particular project is talking about Zera sales, which means it's actually an e-commerce where they sell bags and the likes. So what do? I can just search for, let me say, supermarkets. Sorry, are you getting me? Okay, Utuma, are you getting me? Okay. So you search for supermarkets. It's all about supermarkets. You just search for supermarkets, and you press enter. You don't need to follow every supermarket display or design. Just search supermarkets and press enter. You can see supermarkets. Then you come here to download. So that is how to download all those stuffs in Pinterest. Okay, so that's how to download all those stuffs in Pinterest. Then after that, you come back. You download your thank you also. You download thank you. You can see the project. I have my thank you. This is thank you. You download thank you. So when you are done with that, then you commence your work. So then you go back to your Google, then you type GTub, you come to your Google, you type github.com, github.com. So when you come to github.com, it's loading. You come to sign up. If you don't have an account, you come to sign up. But because I have an account, I'll come to sign in. Because I have an account, I'll come to sign in. I'm waiting for it to load. So if you have an account, you come to sign up for GitHub. You can just enter your mail here. You input everything you want to input. Then you click on sign up. Then it's going to send a particular link to your what's it called? It will send it to your mail. Then you confirm. But I have an account, so I'll just come to sign in. As a tech person, it is important you have a GitHub account. It is very, very important. So I sign in my GitHub account. You can see signing in already. So now this is your GitHub. Now, as I'm doing it, don't worry. So that because of our time, so when I'm done, you can follow that process also and sign up for your account. I'll make sure we have a recording that will be sent so that in case you want to rewatch some things, you can actually watch. So this is my GitHub account. What am I going to do? I come to my profile here where I have my images here. You click on it. You can see you have profiles. You can come to your profile to set in case you don't have a GitHub account, and I believe you don't have one. You come to your profile to set up your GitHub account. The reason is that instead of the site, GitHub also helps you. Instead of you doing site, you can use your GitHub to have portfolios. Now, the reason why I don't have much portfolios here is actually because there are portfolios here, but the reason is because with all the close to 40 projects I've done, most of them there's not always time for me to create portfolios for each of them. So that's why. So I have just 8 here. So now, this is my profile. You set up your profile here. You see edit profile. You fill in your details, your LinkedIn. You put in your LinkedIn. If you have as link to your portfolio sites that consist everything, you put it here. Your badge. You can see this badge. This badge is one of the things you can add up. That your badge in your what's it called? Your Cisco. There'll be a particular link that they will give you. That link, that your badge, you can put it here. So whereby people can actually see everything. They can see everything here. You have your Gmail, you have your location and the likes you can see. So this is your GitHub. So this is where you see the interaction. So now for your 2 contributions in the last year. So now let's proceed. Now going back to after you fill in all this, the next thing is creating your portfolios for each of your projects. Creating your portfolio for each of your projects. How do you do that? First thing, you come to your repositories. You come to your what? Repositories. This is your repositories. You click on it. After clicking on it, you click on new. You see new. So we're doing for that Zera sales. So you click on new. Now it's going to ask me repository name. We're working on Don't forget the name of your project. You are working on Zera sales. So I have Zera. You just come here, you click on it, then you type, let's say, Zera sales dashboard. Don't forget, you still make use of your underscore here as space. Zera sales, let me say, dashboard. You see, it is available. Zera sales dashboard. Or let me just say Zera sales analysis. Zera sales underscore analysis is available also. So with that, you also come to your description. Now, this is your description. One of the things I will tell you is that you need to start learning how to make use of AI nowadays to make your work faster and easier. How do you do that? Just come to, you can use ChatGPT or anything. Just come to ChatGPT. You can use anything. I just want to show you. It will make it easier. ChatGPT will make it easier for you. So you come to ChatGPT, it's loading, so that it can help you with refining your descriptions and the likes. And it's going to help you a lot to refine description. But while waiting for that, you can just type, okay, this is so. Anything you want to input there, your inputs, you can just say, okay, this, okay, let me just, so you have this project. So that's how you document all your projects one after the other. So let's say this project, okay, aims to analyze the sales performance of this project aims to analyze the sales performance of their stores or supermarket, anything of sales performance. Okay, this project aims to analyze the sales performance of the store. You can write as much description as you like, depending on your choice. And after that, you can see we have all this. Now, add readme. So when you have your description, add readme, you click on add readme, you click on add readme. You can see it's on. You leave others, choose visibility to be public. Then after that, you click on create repository. You wait for it to load. So you have your creating, it's loading already. So fine, loaded. So you can see, first of all, you've created a repository, which is Erasmus analysis. There is actually not available, at least yours is available. Some, you might be typing some and it will tell you not available. You don't need to panic. You can just try and adjust or probably change it so that you can have that. So we have Erasmus. So when you have this, sorry, do you get where we got here? Or is there any question before I proceed? Utman? Huh? Sorry, which side so that I can reverse back? Which side so that I can reverse back? Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. What do you say? Is it this side? Okay. Now I've not added the files. This is just your normal system. I mean, you just creating a folder and adding all the work relating to that particular project inside one so that you won't be, it will be easier for you to be picking it from one folder. So you just merge everything inside a folder, just your normal laptop folder. Yeah. So then you come back here. Do you understand how we got here? Okay, let's do it again. Let me delete this so we can pick it up again. So how did I get here? Very easy. You see your profile, where you have your profile. Is either you come to your profile or you come to your repository, but you can come to your profile. And I was explaining, I said, this your profile is where you put in, if you are just creating a profile, you edit this profile to your own. You have your profile details about you, you put it there, the location you are, your mail, you input everything. After you're done with that, then you come to repositories. This is repositories here. You click on repositories. So when you click on repositories, you come to new. There's a new. You can see this green part, new. You click on new. Can you see? So when you click on new, it it will display this dialog. Can you see this? Can you see this? So it has create a new repository. Repository name, you put it there. Zera. I told you guys, I said make use of underscore for space. You can't put space there for your what's it called repository name. So underscore Zera sales. Can you see? Analysis. Do you understand? Because I've created it before, it told me Zera sales analysis already exists in the account. So let's say Zera sales analysis or sales performance, sales performance analysis. Can you see? Then after that, you come to your description. You just put description, any description you want to put, you put it there. You can see this one example of a description. This project aims to analyze and forecast sales data to uncover trends, customer behavior, and product performance. Can you see? Then you come here to on the add readme. Add readme must be on. Add readme must be on. Do you get it? Can I proceed, Utuma? So add readme must be on. Then you click on create repository. You click on create repository. You wait for it to load. You can see this is the repository just created. Zera sales performance analysis. This is it. Is that clear? Is that clear? Good. Now the next thing you are now to do is that you now click on add files. Don't forget the folder created. You already have all your files there. So it will be easier for you to add those files. So you click on add file. Can you see add file? Upload files, create new files. Just click on upload files. You hold on for it. You can see it here. Now, the next thing you're not going to do, that's the essence of we having all these inside the folder. Don't forget I told you, only make use of the one you want to use, which is this, everything you have here. Can you see it here? So, except this and this. So, you just see, you make use of, you know how to highlight. You just highlight those ones you actually want to add. You hold your control so that you can highlight everything. I'm adding this image. You can see, you put it there, you highlight. Which one are you putting also? You put this. So it's just the things you want to put in your portfolio are what you add. You put in thank you. Everything is what you're going to add. Okay. After that, I have my Zera cleaned. You add this. I have my Zera cleaned. I have my SQL files. I have my Power BI files I want to add. Which other thing am I adding? Okay, top selling products. I want to add this. So with this, I think you're good to go. That's okay. You can add your report also. There are sales reports. This is the one. You turn it to PDF for it. Don't add normal Word documents. Turn it to PDF so that it will be easier. So I've selected everything. Then what you're going to do is just you drag inside. It's in two ways. Oh, this is just the way. first way, you drag inside. Can you see here? You drag and drop. You see, it's loading everything. Can you see it's loading? So just hold on. You drag and drop. I will also put you through on the second one. I'll put you through on the second one. This is just the first method to add files. Coming, I'll put you through on the second one now. So you wait for it to load. Still uploading 10 of 17 files. 11, 12. Okay. Let's hold on for it to load. Good. I think that's all. You see, after adding, can you see everything? You don't need to touch anything there. Okay, let me just put it on the second method. The second method is just you saying you click on choose files. You know that long way of choosing file. You come to where your file is. You know the second method now. So you just come to where your file is. You click on it one after the other. That's the second method. But the drag is very easy. You just select on those files you actually want to see in your portfolio, then you add them up. And after that, the only thing you are doing is just click on commit changes. Commit changes. Can you see? Commit changes. That's also where you're clicking. Hold on for it to process your files. So everything has been uploaded. Can you see all this? Everything has been what? Has been uploaded. So we have this. Now, the next thing we're going to do is that we want to now start adding our files. Oh, sorry. We want to start creating our README to start our portfolios. And that's a major thing. So how do I do that? You can see your README here. This is your README, 06 performance. You can see this pencil where you have edit files. This pencil here. You can see this pencil here where you have your edit files. This pencil. If I click on it, you see where it will take me. It will take me to where I will start writing my portfolios here. Can you see it here? So is that clear? Do you understand? Can we proceed? Can we proceed? Utsman, can we proceed? Okay, good. So we already have this. Now, another thing you need to now do to make your work easier is that you now come to where you have this your zero. Don't click on it. Just right click on it. When you right click on it, click on open link in new tab. You see, opening link in new tab. Just leave it. The reason is that we will still need some things there, some names there. So that's why you open in new tab and you come back to your editing. Now, you can see here, we have where we input, where we edit. We have our zero saves. This number one. Don't forget number one. The heading we created with is actually this. Number two, this project aims to the description. Can you see? That is it. Now, because of our time, I have a particular, I would have probably started, okay, let me just do one or two. Let me do one or two so that you can see it. Let me just do one or two. Now, this is where you write everything you want to write about your reports. Everything from the beginning till the end about your project. Everything you want people to see in your portfolio. This is where you write. Anything you are writing here is where we display. Anything you are writing here is where we display. So now, like I told you the other time, we have zero sales performance analysis. If I want to see the thing I wrote here, I will come to my preview. You can see your preview. See how it looks like. So this is where you'll be previewing every of the code. This is just like you writing a code and you seeing how it's going to look like in the outer part. So that's just how this looks like. So you go back to your edits. So now there are some things you need to take note of, which is your heading. You can come here to rename your heading here. You can come here to rename your heading here to say zero sales performance analysis. You see? So me having one hash, it means it's for heading. If I put double hash here, it is still bold and it's actually for heading. So now you see I've written this. If I click on my preview, check. You see it has changed. This is how it's going to display for people There says performance analysis. This project aims to so. If I actually want to add, if I want this to be bold also, I will just put on hash space. You can see it's bold. If I click on preview, you will see it's bold. Do you understand? Are you getting it? Can I proceed? Can I proceed? Utman, can I proceed? Okay. So are you guys getting it? Though after this class, you guys will create a portfolio and you will send it for me to review. You send it for me to review so I can know, so I will know whether you guys are listening or not. So with that, that's just how to write it. So if I don't want that project, probably this description to show very well, I can just come here to erase. I can just come here to erase it. I just want it the way it's small. This is it. This is it. So very easy. Now there are some things you need to take note of here, which is just the major thing. Like I think we've done about hash. Those are one of the things you need to take note of. But because of our time, I will just show you a particular, and I'll be explaining it from there because me writing the code from A to Z, it might take a long time. So I have the code written somewhere already. So I will just copy and paste it and I'll start explaining. Okay, what's the question? Okay. Yeah, just like you're writing code. Yeah, that's it. That's it. But you just need to be creative in your coding. You just need to be creative in your coding. You just need to be creative in your coding. And this thing, it will even help you people a lot. Now, if I should share you, let me see whether I can share you a particular response of a client that I just told the client. One of the ways is that you must have something distinct. We have a lot of people in data analysis, but what are you going to use to convince the clients to get you the job? That's the question. And part of it is you having this procedure which we call documentation process. That is it. So if you tell a client that you're going to add up a free Github portfolio for the person will be happy now. So you understand? The person will be happy. So happy. So the major thing is just that Github is a code hosting platform. You understand? For probably version control and collaboration. Fine. People use it for collaboration. So it's just a code hosting platform. That's just it. So with the readme files now, that your readme files we actually add that we are inputting now. It is just the first file that the users read. You understand? Just like a text file you get now. So it's just like a text file and like where you write your, a very lightweight markup languages, just like your coding, but this one is just a lightweight. It's just like you writing English. It's just some things that you just need to change there. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just some things you just need to change there. So one of the key things you need to understand is that your double hash is used to write your introduction, like we wrote here. Don't worry, I will show you everything. So now, after this now, let's say I now want to input image. I've written my introduction. I just want to show image so that they can actually see that this image is just like an image of probably, the supermarket we downloaded now. So it's just we putting in that image. How do you insert image? That's the next thing. How do you insert image? So I just use my enter space to go to number 4. So I want to input my, I told you double hash is for introduction. If you now still want to boot, you want to add more, probably, writing things, you can use a single hash. Single hash for header, sorry. Single hash for headers, double hash for introduction, single hash for headers. You can see the headers. So you can use double hash for your introduction. So number 4 now, I want to input my image. I want to bring in my image. How do you bring in your image? To write image, what is the code? You use your exclamation mark. When you put your exclamation mark, you use this. Can you see this very well? This bracket. Can you see this bracket very well? Let me see if I can zoom my. Okay, good. So you can see you use this bracket. Then you use your, what is it called? Your normal brackets. And inside your normal bracket, you come to, don't forget I told you, your image part is what you put inside your normal bracket. Your image part. What do I mean by your image part? Don't forget I told you that we should have this particular page. Image part means, what did I use in saving my image? You just come here, you just copy this image part. You copy this. You won't click on it, I mean, you drag, you copy, just like you copying the stuff. Control C, then you come back here, you put it inside that bracket, you put Control V, you paste it there. That is it. Is that clear? So now let's check our preview. Let's check our preview if it's there. Loading preview. You can see. Can you see the preview? So this is the preview. You can see I have the heading, I have my description, and I have the image. Can you see the image? Can you see the image, everyone? Good. Do you understand? So if a client should see this, let me see whether I can actually show you the particular client's message. Let me show you. Let me show you. So that you can see the clients, you know, they will actually love you. Feel like, wow, you are creative. I love the creativity. I love the creativity. I love the way it's actually okay. Let me just show you one client's response here so that you can actually see. So it makes your work look so great. It makes your work look so great. So that they actually feel, oh, this is actually nice. I love it. You know, they'll feel like you are creative enough to actually think of, okay, let's wait for it to load. Don't worry, let's go back in. So it will just be like, wow. If anybody is just scrolling through your, what's it called, the portfolio, and they can see 06 performance analysis, seeing this image, they will know that, okay, they sell bag, they sell clothes. It will sound like, you understand now, this is actually one of the storytelling, one of the creativity you need to put in as a data analyst. It's not you just analyzing data and just go and sleep. No, it's just for people to, you know, for anybody to go through your documentation. And don't forget, this portfolio is just like you documenting your work. The person should go through your documentation and they feel, wow, I love this. I love the way it looks like. So that's just it. So let's go back to our edit. You know, preview is for checking. So this is how to input image. You can see that is how to input your image. Now, let's not say after writing, okay, you know what? Let me go and bring in a particular document that I've actually done. I've done the README files already. So let me just open. I've done the README files. It's because of our time, you know, I can't start typing documents in. But you yourself, you take your time. You write. Well, let me just use this. I've already written the documentation before. It's just me implementing it. So let's hold on for my Word document. So I'll just paste it and I'll explain what I mean by those things. So this is it. 06 data. Let me just Control A. Hold on. Control A and Control C. So let me just paste it so you can see. So I've actually documented it before, but I just want you to see some things. So Control V. Now, if I come to my preview, you will see everything. You see my preview. Can you see? Can you see? So you see, I have my heading. I have welcome to blah blah blah. Welcome to my data analytics. I will explain those parts for you. After that, I have my project overview. Zera, a leading global fashion brand, generates massive volumes. This goal of this project was to, now, how do I get all these things? I inputted the image. Can you see? You know, I told you one hash is for what? Don't forget, one hash is for what? Heading. Double hash is for introduction. I wrote this. Now, this line, this dash, dash, dash. Can you see this dash, dash, dash? It is used for inserting a new space, which means after the image, check the image. After the image, I have space in between. Can you see? So the dash, dash, dash is used for inserting new image. Then also, I come to my 8. Always give a space if you want to start another thing. My double hash again for my introduction. Same thing. I have product overview. I have the image. You can just look for this image, put it there. I have it there. Now, after that, now, how do I bring in that bulletin? Is this dash. Dash is for bulletin. Dash is for bulletin. Dash is for bulletin. If I remove the dash, it won't bring it as a bulletin. You know ordered list and unordered list now. Another list is your bulletin. Other list is 1, 2, 3. So if I use 1, 2, 3 also, same thing. But here I'm using dash. So which, let me show you the preview so that you can see again. Which displayed this that we are saying. Hold on for it to load. Hold on. Okay, good. So which is this? Can you see this bulletin? That is how we got that. We use slash. So your dash is for bulletin. Your hash is for what? Your heading and for introduction. Your to bring in to insert image. You know the way we inserted image now. We've done that. Now, how do we now get when we are scrolling down? You observe here we have you write your project overview. That is the overview of the project. Then now here you can also explain. You can further your explanation to explain your data set. That is your data set consists of this, and that. You see here, you can access the clean data set here. How do I derive this? This is just like if they click on it, it will take them to where I have the file. Automatically, it will take them to that Excel files. How did I achieve that? How did I write that? Very easy. You can see my asterisk. My asterisk is what I used. Let me show you. The asterisk is what I use in making it italicized. Can you see? That's how I have this. My asterisk is for the italicizing. Can you see? So you can access the data set, the clean data set here, which means the same brackets is very easy. Let me just write it again. What I wrote there is that your double brackets. Inside your double brackets, you write where you want them to see. That is, if I want to use click here, I can write click here. So which means if they see it, they will know they are clicking. What you want them to see is where you put inside your bracket. Then the next thing, you put your normal open brackets. Can you see my normal open brackets? You're not going to look for the source, which is, it is data set I want them to see. Where is my data set here? You look for the source. Where do I have my data set here? You scroll, sorry. Where do I have my data set here? I don't know what's wrong with the network. Hold on, okay. So where do I have my data set here? If I have my data set here. Where is it? Zero sales. Where is it? Okay, zero cleaned. Can you see it here? You, instead of copying, you need to paste the redirect link. That is that link that it will take them to, which is, I want them to take them to my cleaned data set. I will right click. Can you see? You see copy link address. You copy the link address. You come back here. Inside that bracket, you paste the link address there. Control V, pasting. Can you see? You close the brackets. You close the brackets. So you close the brackets. Can you see I've closed the brackets? Then after that, you can use I told you your asterisk. One asterisk is for italicizing. So your asterisk in the front and where you want it to, your asterisk at the back. Double asterisk is for bold. One asterisk is for italicizing. Don't forget, note those things. So let's check the review. If I check the review now, let's see. You can see the click here. The click here I just added. This is it. Can you see it, please? Do you understand that part? Utuman, do you understand that part? Utuman, do you understand? Okay, you guys can just be jotting it down. Those codes, just be jotting it down. So that is how we have this. So let me just delete this one because I'm not using this. Let me delete this. So your dash, the 3 dash, I told you is used for what? Going to next line. That is, if you want to create a line, that's how you have your dash. So same thing. I told you your double Your double, what's it called? Your double asterisk is for what? SQL. So you have, after writing, explaining your data set, well, you can write here, you can write more on your data set. Okay, my data set consists of this. I claimed, I did a lot of this. You write it, you can write it, you can write more than mine. So you can access the clean data set here, you put it there. The data set consists of so. You put it, after you're writing, you can redirect them to the clean data set. Then after that, your 3 dash to create a line. Then tools used. You need to let them know. Tools used. Explain. SQL was used. Now, Uthman, why did I use this double asterisk in the SQL? Can you tell me? Uthman, why did I use the double asterisk there? Hello? Are you there? Uthman, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? So why did I use, can you tell me why I used double asterisk there? Yeah, double asterisk. Don't forget, I told you single asterisk is for italicizing, and I explained double asterisk. So why did I use double asterisk here? What is it used for? I told you, Amy, can you help him out? That's why I said you people should write it down. Single asterisk. I explained hash. I said single hash is for heading. Double hash is probably you want to write an heading introduction anything. I told you one asterisk. If you put one asterisk and one asterisk at the back of a particular text, it is used for italicizing. Double asterisk is used for bold, to bold. If you want to bold a text, double asterisk is used to bold a text. Double asterisk is used to bold a text. Is that clear? Good. So if you check the preview, you can see. Let's check the preview. You can see the preview. SQL is bold. Power BI is bold. Why? Because of what? The double asterisk I use in front at the back. Is that clear? If I put double asterisk here and I remove it in front of SQL, that means everything will be bold. Is that clear? Good. That is it. So after that, I use my 3 dash again to move to the next line. I have my visualization to explain. Now here, I wrote data visualization was created using Power BI with different charts to highlight hidden insight from the data. Now, after that, I wrote my Power BI dashboard and I showed what is this used for? What will this thing display? What will this thing display? This statement, this code. Good. It's going to display the image. So if we check Power BI dashboard, can you see what do we have here? Image. So what displayed this? The text, the code actually displayed this is this statement, this exclamation, bracket, double bracket, then open your bracket, then you copy the, what's it called? The code, you copy the name. This is dashboard. Where's dashboard? Let me show you. Where's dashboard? So I want to show you the image. So where's the dashboard? This is it. Dashboard.png. You just copy. Redirecting is different from image. Image is what do you want to display. You highlight, you copy, then you go back to your code, then you paste it there. That is the same thing here. You can access and interact with the Power BI dashboard. Here, I show them that they can actually access the dashboard. Uthman, what did I use in bringing this link? What did I do? Uthman, over to you. Let's hear you. Uthman, what did I use in bringing this link out? Uthman. Yes. How did I derive this? Okay. I came here to copy. Good. 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 There's one between highlighting and what? Copying. I hope you guys do not forget. So I look for my dashboard. Where's my dashboard? Don't forget my Power BI dashboard. That's what I look for. My Power BI dashboard is where okay, dashboard of PNG. You already know where you save your Power BI dashboard as. So when you know that, okay, this is my Power BI dashboard, you just right click and you click on copy link address. Then you come here to paste it. Is that clear? So you already know the function of single dash. Single dash is for what? Bulletin. Double asterisk is for what? Only. Double asterisk is for what? Good. So you already know those things. Now, the next thing now that you need to, you're so far you already understand where you need. Yours is just to come up with the storytelling to write your reports and come up with how you want to showcase the reports to the public, which you are just going to be writing. Your creativity depends on how your portfolio will look like. But don't worry, I can send you samples that you can check, or you can. I can send you sample, but I won't send you sample first. I want you to write first before I can give you samples. So your assignment will be, which you have to submit tonight before 10 p.m., which is to come up all the projects you've been doing. Just come up with one, create a portfolio on one out of it. Create a Github portfolio on one out of it. The only thing you are sending me, don't worry, I will display when we are done. The only thing you'll be sending me is the link. My own is just to click on the link and see. I don't need to see the code you use. But when I have corrections, I will tell you. So now, you can see this. I wrote all these things. The assignment is that take one out of the projects you've been doing that you want to document, that you love, one out of it. Come up with, create a Github portfolio, document that project in your Github portfolio. You understand? You document it, you make use of one, you document it like this, or you just come up with writing. So let's proceed. So now, after writing everything, I have, okay, no problem. Submit tomorrow morning, or not before 12 p.m. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? Yeah, one for now. One for now. Just one project. Come up with it that you. So now let's proceed. Now don't forget that this project has SQL queries. So after my Power BI, the key insights in my Power BI, I wrote everything. Then after that, I have SQL queries and outputs. Each section provides the output of the query using simulated sample data. Fine. I wrote this. Number one, sales trend by day, months. Okay, sorry, wait. So I have sales trends by day, month, and year. After that, I inserted the image so that you can see the query I used in deriving this. Now, from the results, I wrote, the result is here. From the results, blah, 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 I wrote everything in details, year, full stop. Same thing, sales by month. I wrote the insights underneath after the image so that you can see. You understand? Don't forget we use Excel, SQL for this project and Power BI. And we know we use Excel for what? The data cleaning and the likes, which we wrote, you need to state it here. After that, we have our Power BI, which we use for the data visualization. Then I wrote my SQL queries for them so that they can actually see everything I make use of. And after that, I have my business impact. This project demonstrated how retail data can inform strategy by everything involved altogether. So now, underneath, after documenting everything, and I wrote something underneath. What did I write here? I said, explore the project files and dashboard to see how data can drive smarter retail decisions. Then after that, I have conclusion. What do I have in my conclusion? Now, in your conclusion now, you observe something here. I wrote, this is another code that you need to note. If you use your, what's it called? You know this less than greater than to open, which means I'm opening this, that this is a paragraph. If you want to write a paragraph, you make use of this. I want to write a paragraph now. So P as paragraph, align equal to justify. You know the meaning of justify? That is justify alignment. You understand? Justify alignment. Then after that, I wrote everything and I closed the P here. You see P, align equal to justify. Write this down in your book. Then after that, I open the bracket. This is for closing. This slash is used to close the paragraph. Same thing in my recommendation. Then after that, by implementing this recommendation, the organizers can optimize revenue, blah, blah, blah. Then you can see I use emoji. How did I come about this emoji? How did I come about this emoji? Are you with me? Good. So how did I come about the emoji? It's very easy. That is, I'll just put my exclamation mark. I can type smile. You see smile emoji. It will give me a lot of smile. If I want angry, exclamation mark, I put angry. Can you see? If I want trend, exclamation mark, I put trend. Can you see it? So anything you want, you put exclamation mark. If you want to bring in what's it called? If I want wink, this is wink. I use wink. See, let me tell you this. What's it called? What do we call all these things? These please, what do you call all these things? Emoji, thank you. Actually was what actually caught a client's attention. And the client was like, wow, she loves the way I use the images, I use the emojis. And she was like, she gave me another project immediately. After that, she needs to reach out to me and tell me, okay, she did one project herself. And she said, I should please help her document it. I need to help her do that also. And she paid me, she needs to tip me for that additional stuff. So this skill on its own can actually fetch you money. You can just be telling people that your own is that you're helping them to document, GitHub documentation. That's all. They will pay you for it. So you can see after that, I need to put my thank you image there. So now let's check. So let's check preview. You check your preview to see how it looks like. You can see my Zera sales. I have welcome to my data analytics. I put it there. You see, I have my project overview written. You can access the clean data set here. Tools used. Don't click on this link until you're done, because if not, if you click on it, it will redirect and it will cancel your work. Tools used. SQL, Power BI. You see everything is so fine. Power BI dashboard. Display the dashboard. You can access and interact here. Key insights. SQL queries for each one. Number one, sales trends by day and month. To displayed the output, displayed what I used, the results underneath, everything. And after that, you can see we're done. After that, I have business impact written, then conclusion. You can see my conclusion. You see my conclusion. So after that, my conclusion is here. Then my recommendation, same thing. Then I have my thank you. Can you see that thank you? So when you're not done with everything, that you've perfected your coding and everything, you now come to your commit changes. Can you see commit changes? You click on commit changes. It will ask you just this. Don't click on anything, just click on commit changes. That's all. You wait for it to load. Automatically, I have it to redirect me. You see it's loading. Just hold on for it to load. Just hold on for it to load. So automatically my file has been updated already. So you can see my file has been updated already. So this is it. So which means if I now check my repository, it will be added. Your repositories. If I click on my your repositories, now see Zera sales performance analysis. Can you see? Can you all see it here? Updated now. This is the file. So if I now right click this and let's say copy link address and I paste this stuff here on a normal Google Chrome or anything, you can paste it any of your browser. If I press enter, I just want to load. It will display as if it's a website. So if you send this to a client, if you send this to a client, it will display like a website. This is what it will display for them. But when if you do your portfolio very well, I will now tell you the secrets. If you want this to just display the your what's it called, your dashboard immediately, to just display your information. It won't display all this daily revenue. It won't display it. There's a cheat code. I will tell you only. So now you can see it's just like me going on the normal website. It will display data sales, data analysis projects. You can see all these things. Project overview, tools used, Power BI, key insight, and the likes. Now this is actually what I'm telling you, that if you want it to display directly, let me look for what's it called, a particular, where's my Benin number? Let me look for a particular okay, I'm trying to look for a particular uh site that I used. Hold on, let me just look for that. You will see the difference between both, but I will only teach you that if you do your assignment very well and I love that portfolio. I will teach you that secret. Hold on, let me just help you look for it. I'm trying to search the portfolios. But did you get it to that stage? Or tomorrow, did you get it to that stage? Or did you get it to that stage? Okay, let me just copy Utsman. Utsman, can you hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Hey. Oh, sorry.